Every morning, as the sun rises and the world awakens, we too open our eyes to a new day. But before we even step out of bed, our minds are already filled with thoughts, some uplifting, some burdensome. The greatest struggle we face is not with the world outside, but with the landscape of our own mind. Like an untamed garden, our thoughts can either bloom into peace and wisdom or become overrun with fear and doubt. The question is, do we cultivate this garden or do we let it grow wild? The Buddha once said, "We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think." If our minds are filled with worry, regret, or anger, our reality begins to reflect these burdens. However, if we nurture our minds with wisdom, gratitude, and inner strength, peace follows as naturally as a river flowing downhill. In this journey, we will explore the wisdom of Zen and Buddhist philosophy through a powerful story, a tale of a wandering seeker who stumbles upon a wise monk deep in the mountains. Through this story, we will uncover 7 powerful affirmations, daily reminders that can transform the mind from a source of suffering into a tool of wisdom and peace. Each teaching will be accompanied by practical insights, real-life applications, and stories to deepen our understanding. Let this be a guide for your own inner journey, planting seeds of truth in a garden of your mind. There was once a traveler, weary and restless, searching for an answer that had eluded them for years. Despite having a life that seemed peaceful on the surface, their heart felt heavy, and their mind was never truly at ease. They had wandered far and wide seeking wisdom, yet the truth always seemed just beyond reach. One day, deep in the mountains, the traveler discovered an ancient monastery. Under a blossoming tree sat an old monk, his eyes calm and filled with knowing. The traveler approached, bowed respectfully, and spoke, "Master, I have wandered the world in search of wisdom, but my heart is still restless. My mind is never at peace. What must I do?" The monk smiled gently and replied, "Every day, you must plant the right thoughts in your mind. Tell yourself these things, and your suffering will begin to fade, like mist in the morning sun." The traveler listened intently as the monk revealed the great teachings. The monk looked at the traveler and said, "Where you stand now is exactly where you are meant to be. No step in your journey has been wasted." The traveler frowned. "But I feel lost. How can I be in the right place?" The monk picked up a leaf and let the wind carry it away. Does the leaf struggle against the wind? It surrenders, trusting that the wind will take it where it must go. The same is true for you. The past brought you here. The future will take care of itself. This moment is where you are meant to be. The traveler felt a sudden lightness in their heart. Too often we resist the present moment, believing we should be somewhere else, doing something different, living a different life. But this resistance is the root of suffering. Acceptance brings peace. Consider the story of Steve Jobs, who was once fired from his own company, Apple. At the time, it felt like a disaster. But looking back, he said it was the best thing that ever happened to him because it freed him to explore new creative directions. Life often unfolds in ways we do not expect, but every moment is preparing us for the next chapter. Each morning, remind yourself, I am exactly where I need to be. Trust that every experience, even the difficult ones, is part of your journey. The monk then said, every day, remind yourself that you are stronger than your mind tells you. The traveler shook their head. I have been defeated many times. I have doubted myself more than I can count." The monk gestured to a rock in the river. The river strikes the rock endlessly, yet the rock remains. Strength is not the absence of struggle. It is endurance through it. You have survived every difficulty you once thought would break you. That means you are stronger than you think. The traveler realized that they had overcome hardships before, and yet they were still standing. Doubt is a trick of the mind. It whispers that we are weak, but every hardship we face only makes us stronger. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who faced poverty and rejection, but refused to give up. She believed in her inner strength and eventually became one of the most influential women in the world. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself of past challenges you've overcome. Instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "I have handled difficulties before, and I will again." The monk picked up a handful of sand and squeezed it tightly. The more he squeezed, the more the sand slipped through his fingers. "Control is an illusion," he said. "The tighter you hold on, the more you lose." The traveler sighed. "But I want things to go my way. I want life to be predictable." The monk let the sand fall from his hand. You cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sail. You cannot force people to stay, but you can love them while they are here. Do not waste your energy trying to control the uncontrollable. Let go, and peace will follow. Consider Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor who lost everything. Instead of succumbing to despair, he realized that while he couldn't control his circumstances, he could control his response. This insight led to his groundbreaking work in psychology, proving that inner freedom is always within our grasp. The next time you feel frustrated, ask yourself, "Can I change this?" If not, let it go. The old monk's words were not just lessons, but a way of life. The traveler's journey did not end that day. Rather, it had just begun. True transformation does not happen instantly. It happens in the small choices we make every day. These affirmations are like lanterns, illuminating our path and guiding us toward peace. Now, the choice is yours. Each morning, remind yourself of these truths. Let them shape your thoughts, your actions, your life. With time, they will no longer be just words you recite. They will become the wisdom you embody. And when that happens, suffering fades and peace takes its place. Your mind is the garden of your life. Tend to it well.